Welcome my dear student friends. Today we are going to the next if conditional statements, that is if else statement. In the above example we have seen only if the condition is true it will execute. If the condition is false it won't execute, right? In that situations we have to do, if it is a condition fails, some fails statement has to be execute. Got it? So to do that we are using if else statement. Okay, statements means the flow of execution, and here you are seeing it is the extension of it is an addition of your if statement. Okay, if else statement is an addition of if statement. Then what is its syntax? We have to see that. Okay, let me see. The syntax is if test condition, if the test condition is true then this block of statement will be executed, else the block of else will be executed. Afterwards it will execute the statement 3. If the if condition is true it will skip the else block, and whatever the next statement is exist it will be executed. If the if condition is false then it will come to the else block, the else block will be executed, then whatever the rest statement is exist, that statements are evaluated, executed. Okay, now we will see the flowchart. So flowchart, here the rhombus symbol always indicates to test the condition. Okay, I am giving the true block as well as false block. Right, now we will see if the condition is true then what happens, this true block of statement will be executed. If the condition is false then false block of a statement will be executed. After the execution of this true or false block, whatever the rest block statements are executed exist, that will be executed. Okay, and here for example we will see one sample example how you say you are pass or fail. So based on that condition I am giving here. Okay, let us see here one simple program. This is if marks less than 40, then what we are displaying? We are displaying you are fail, else you are pass. Afterwards what it is displaying? Your total marks. Got it? Yes, clear? Yes. For example, let us assume this program, if I enter 30 less than 40, whether condition is true, yes, this will execute your fail and it will skip the else block, and rest it will display the total marks. Got it? For example, if I run the same program once again, we have to develop this program. This is only for your understanding purpose. Okay, if I read the value as 60 less than 40, no, false. Hence it will comes to the else block, it will give as you are pass. Afterwards this printf statement is exist, right? Likewise in condition, some situations we require either this or that. If that is a fail we have to go plan B. Okay, in some situation in general lives also we are taking, right? Suppose if you went for an hotel to purchase some your snacks, if it is not available then you will go for an alternative, right? Clear? In the same sense. Okay, if you want to do such kind of a program, we are having here sample program. Let us understand the first program. Here the first program is write a program to accept two numbers and print the biggest of those two numbers using if else condition. You have to read two numbers and test which one is the biggest. So for better understanding purpose I am copying this program, I am opening my notepad. Okay, so I am pasting here, whether it is visible, not visible, right? Let me make some 26. Okay, now whether it is visible, if you want more size I will do it. Okay, let me make it as 28 or 32 is enough. I hope it is visible, right? So this is the command line. We have to develop this program. What is the aim of a program? We should be right always void main hash include stdio.h, next hash include conio.h. Okay, this should be necessary. So we have to read two numbers and calculate which one is the biggest. Got it? So to do that, I am using the if else statement. For this, I have declared two variables, that is x comma y as integer variable. After the declaration, we have to do clear screen. Okay, so next I am displaying one output statement here. I know it is an error, that is why I am changing this double quotation. So first I am writing this output statement to enter two numbers from the keyboard. Okay, we have to read the two values from the keyboard. I am displaying this output. To read the values from the keyboard, we have to use scanf. So how many values we have to read? 2. Then how many control strings we have required? 2 control strings are required. So to read the values from the keyboard by using scanf, then it is the syntax as %x comma %y. Then here the comma is the subtraction of these two variables. Okay, right. Now I am writing the condition. If x greater than y, then I am displaying the biggest number equal to %d. So biggest number %d. Biggest number is colon %d. Okay, the biggest number is this one. The biggest number between two number is, okay, like that. You can develop this program and copying this same thing. I will paste here. Okay. Yes, E is %d. Okay, it is must be in small letter, right? Here already we know this double quotation is wrong. I'm mentioning like this. Okay, this is the output statement. Okay, yes. Okay, now what I'm doing is I'm giving getSage function. Yes, now we will see. I'm writing the condition to test the biggest among the two numbers if x greater than y. If it is x greater than y, then x is the biggest, else y is the biggest. Clear? So likewise you have to write your program. So likewise you can compare two numbers, whether two numbers are equal or not. How to compare? We will see that in next program. First I am saving. Okay, so please observe here. Now what I am doing is, okay, please observe, I am taking not good. Yes. Now I want to save it. Let me wait. Yes, it is visible, right? Hope you are understanding this concept. So I'm going to the file. I have to save. Okay, where to save? In your C drive. And where to C drive? In your Turbo C4 or Turbo C3 files. Where we have to store? In bin folder. Okay, then we have to give it a name. What is this? Big dot C, biggest between two number, right? I have stored. Clear? Yes. Okay, now what I have to supposed to do is I have to open my editor. So to open my editor, I'm using in my desktop, whether in my desktop, this is my desktop, right? Are you viewing this? Just a minute. This is my desktop. Okay, in desktop, what which is an icon? This is an icon, right? So for this I'm placing, just observe here. So this is your editor. So this is your editor. Okay, I'm clicking on this the editor, and you have to open start Turbo C++. If you start Turbo C++, your editor will open. required. Start Turbo C++ already started, I think so. I made a mistake. Okay. Now let me see. I'm pressing Alt Enter. Okay. You are seeing here what are the different menus available here. Okay. Clear? Yes. A minute. Screen. Okay. Now you are understanding, right? Okay. Is it fine? Yes. Okay. Now I have to open my file. Open. It will take. Yes. Coming back here. I'm opening. Okay. File. Okay. I have to open. Right. Let me first press Alt Enter. Press Alt Enter. It is a problem. Okay. Let me close this one. And I'm coming here. This is my editor. We require this. Magnifier is required. No. Okay. Let me press Alt Enter. Now it is visible, right? I'm opening. File. Open. And what is the name of the file? Big.c. Big.c. F3 for open. Big.c. Yes, this is our file, right? Let me add this. Yes. Okay. Yes. Now you are seeing, right? Okay. Whether it is visible. You want more size? If you want more size, then I will do it. Okay. Clear? Hope you are viewing, right? Now you are seeing the program. So already we have explained. I want to compile. Alt F9. 4 errors are exist. Let me check what is the. Here we have made a mistake because of that. So now it is right. I'm running. Now we want to view, right? Please observe here. Now it is asking for enter 2 numbers. I'm pressing the Alt Enter. I'm reducing the size. Now I can take as the length they are seeing. Okay. Okay. Enter 2 number. Enter 2 number. I'm entering 20 and sorry, it is a mistake. Okay. Okay. 8. Yes. Yes. Once again, I'm comparing. Alt F9, Control F9. Now I want to enter 2 numbers, 20 and 30. 20 is assigning in X and 30 is assigning in Y. If I display, I'm getting the result as 30. Okay. So you are getting the output, right? Let me check. Alt F5. Alt Enter. Now you are seeing the output, right? Got it? Enter 2 numbers from the keyboard. 20, 30. Clear? Yes. Likewise, you can see. Okay. And take the full screen. Now you are seeing, right? Okay. So this is our program. Clear? Yes. Now let me do another program. Okay. Yes. Now we will come to our thing here. and we will see second program. So what is our second program? Now it is the same program. I'm coming here and I'm taking here. Okay, let me check. I'm taking here whether it is visible. Yes, I'm pressing the Alt Enter. No. It is pressing the Alt Enter. Yes, now it is visible, right? Yes, let me see here. Let me see here once again. Okay, so what is the program? Our program is accept two numbers from the keyboard and print the two numbers are equal or not. Now I am modifying this program. Compare two numbers for equal or not. Okay, so to do this using if else condition, what I am doing the same program, and I am coming here and I am coming here. I am taking the two variables. We have to enter the two variables. Now I am changing the condition. How to compare? We have to use equal to operator, right? So if you write this, then once again what you have to do, you have to go and save as, and I'm saving it as compare.c. once you typed, now it is showing here. Then what you have to do, okay, you have to compile it. How to compile? Alt F9. So whenever I'm reading the two values, please observe here, whenever I'm reading the two values, I'm comparing. I have read now x as a 10, y as a 10. 10 equal to 10, condition is true, then this statement will execute. Okay, if I try to execute once again, it will show I am reading two values, that is 20 and 30. 20 equal to 30, false. So this statement will skip and it will come here. Okay, now I am compiling and I am running. If I compile and running, it will ask for the two numbers, right? Now I am entering it as a 20. What it happens? The biggest number, it is showing as the biggest number, but it is not a biggest number. What is our program? Two numbers are equal. Two numbers are equal. That's all. Not required this much of a statement. Okay, this is also not required, and here also same, not equal. Two numbers are not equal. This is the output we have to write. The two numbers are not equal. Yes, double quotation. Here, yes, I'm saving, I'm compiling once again, I'm running. Now I'm entering two values, that is 20 and 20. 20 is stored in x and 20 is stored in y. It is showing as two numbers are equal. Once again I'm compiling and running. Now let me check what it is happening. I'm reading 30 and 40. The two number is equal? No. If I run, the two numbers are not equal. Got it? So how we have constructed? By using if else statement. If the condition is true, true block is executed, else false block will be executed. Got it? Yes. Likewise we are executing. Clear? Yes. Now we are moving to our next program. That program is to eligible for a vote. What is the condition? So if you want to vote, then what is your age? Age should be, it should be an greater than or equal to 18, right? Otherwise you are not eligible. For doing that, I am writing int age. So I am writing the program. In that I am reading variable age as integer variable. I am writing one output statement. Enter the age of a person. To read that value from the keyboard, I am reading this value from the keyboard. For example, for that I am using scanf statement, right? After that I am storing that variable. Now I am writing the condition. If age greater than or equal to 18, the person is eligible to vote, else the person is not eligible to vote. Clear? Yes. If you try to execute this program, let me check for the execution of a program. I'm copying and I'm taking notepad, okay, and pasting and we have to do some modification. We have to do some modification in this notepad. Yes. What are the modifications? We have to write header files. It is a must include stdio.h hash include conio.h. next it should be void. Next here we have to enter the age, but we know it is a mistake, right? Double quotation should be like this. And printf is an output function. It will display as it is. Scanf is to read the value from the keyboard. We have to write the percentage and writing the condition. We are displaying whether he is eligible or not. Okay, eligible to vote or not. It is the best example for you only, right? Now you are the 17 plus, right? So this year onwards, after completion of this year, you are eligible for vote. After the variable declaration, what we have to do? We have to write clear screen. After the before closing the program, what we have to do? We have to write get.ch. Now how to save this file? Okay. Now we will see here. Now we will see here. Okay, file. Please observe here. While saving, we are moving to the editor, right? That is file. In file, you have to click on save, and while saving, you have to know where you are saving. It is in your C drive, right? C drive, Turbo C3, and bin. In bin, I am saving it where? What is the program? Vote. I am storing it as vote.c. Okay. So after storing that, what we have to do? We have to do as okay. We have to minimize it, and we have to suppose to open your editor. So your editor is like this. Okay, Turbo C++ editor. If I double click, it will open. Here it is showing Turbo C++ editor. Here it comes. I'm making a minimize. Okay, Alt Enter if you press, it will become a minimize. We don't need it. I think so. Once again, I will make an Alt Enter. Alt Enter is, and I'm reducing my size length. Okay, now it is visible, right? I'm opening. What is the name of the file? age.c. Sorry, vote.c, right? Open vote.c. Yes, this is our program. Yes, I'm clicking the full screen, and once again I will place this as this magnifier. If you don't use the magnifier, then once again it will become a problem. That's why I'm using. Now you are seeing. Okay, yes, it is clear, right? Okay, now what I'm doing, I have written the program. For program, I know what is the variable. I declare that variable, and I have read that value, and I'm testing the condition. To test the condition, we have to develop the code like this. Now I'm saving, compiling, and it consists of 4 because while magnification, okay, that is the error. Okay, now compiled, no error. I'm running. Here it is showing enter the age of a person. I'm entering it as a 12. The 12 age is eligible for vote? No, right? I'm pressing enter. So it is saying the person is not eligible to vote, and I once again press the enter, and I'm once again compiling and running. I'm entering the age now as 19. Whether 19 is eligible? Yes. So he is ready to eligible, right? So it is showing like that. Okay. So this is your program, and let it be in minimal form. Okay, and let me make your program. Here the last program is exist. So till now you are saying you are admitted in a course, right? then how you are admitted in a course? You have said you have passed in PUC. So here it is a relevant program. You have to give more attention to this program. What is the program? Write a program to read 3 subject marks and find total and average, and find whether he is pass or fail. We have to read 3 subject marks and we have to calculate the total and average. Also we have to find whether he is pass or fail. So to do this, I am copying this file and I am opening the notepad and I am pasting in new file. Okay, now we have to modify this program. Then how to modify this program? Yes, void main, I will explain you. Okay, we have to write hash include stdio.h, hash include tonio.h, and as we know what is the one in the program. Okay, read 3 subject marks and total and average it. Also check for pass or fail using if else statement. Okay, yes, this is our program, right? Here it is moving to the next line. What I have to do is I have to use multi-line comment. This is our program. Okay, now what I am doing is, please observe here, first I am declaring variable. How many subjects we require? 3 subjects, right? For 3 subjects I am declaring it as integer s1, s2, s3 as 3 subject, and the total also we are getting in integer, right? It doesn't consist of a point values. So here I am ending this variable and I am taking one more variable as a float. Here float, what I am defining? I am defining it as a average. Okay, your percentage marks will be in average, point values are coming, so that is why I am taking here it is a average. Now we have to write one output statement. What is that output statement? Enter 3 subject marks. We have to read 3 subject marks from the keyboard, right? To read that keyboard, how to write? Ampersand s1 comma ampersand s2 comma ampersand s3. Now what you are doing? You are totaling s1 plus s2 plus s3. If you did, then you are getting the total marks. If you calculate this, and this is the processing of a total, and we have to calculate average. For calculating the average, total by number of subjects. This is the formula, right? How many subjects we have entered? 3 subjects. So you have got the total, and the total is exist in your total variable, right? So total by 3, if I processed, I will get an average marks. Now I'm in the condition, it is asked for whether he is pass or fail, right? So to write this, what I am doing, I am using if else statement. Please observe this carefully. Okay, in if I am writing this condition, s1 greater than or equal to 35, s2 greater than or equal to 35, s3 greater than or equal to 35. Then what operator it is? It is a logical AND operator. Okay, so what is the usage of logical AND operator? To test more than one condition. This is one condition, this is one condition, and this is one condition. If I want to test more than one condition within a one single line, then we are using logical AND operator. Now you have read the values of s1, s2, s3, and you are writing the condition. How to write the condition? Greater than or equal to 35. If he possess the value of greater than or equal to 35, then the person is pass. Otherwise the person is fail. Okay, not pass means fail. Clear? Now you have understand this concept. Here it is a mistake, right? Why? Yes, double quotation should be like this. Okay, yes. Now afterwards what I have to do? I have to, this is the end of the program. Before end of the program, see, in if condition you are writing the condition to satisfy. In else you have not written, because if this condition is false, automatically whatever the statement exists in else will be evaluated. Okay, so this is a very important. And before closing the program, we have to type the get.ch, and I am saving my file. While saving, you should know what we are saving, where we have to save. Okay, where we have to save? In C drive, Turbo C3. Okay, so if you have confusions, I am clicking while saving. It is my document will show. You have to click local drive C. Here Turbo C3 or Turbo C4 is exist in this bin folder. you have to save, and this is pass.c. I'm storing it as a pass.c. okay, and click the save button. Clear? Yes. Now we are moving to the editor. Already I have minimized my editor and I am opening now. Okay. Yes. Right. File, open. What is the name of our program? Pass.c. Is it our program? So to get a full screen, I am pressing the F5. Okay. Don't use a magnifier. Magnifier I have used for your understanding purpose only. You can directly do your programs if you are having a PC at your home. Okay. So already I have explained this program. Now I am compiling. Alt F9. I am having one warnings. What is that? AVG is assigned. So if I want to display the total mark and average marks, I will do like this. Printf total marks is equal to, it is a integer, right? So it is in total. Got it? I'm storing. Before that I am having one more output statement, so that is why I'm giving the slash n. Now average marks is average percent marks is equal to, it is percentile f. Why it is percentile f? Because we have declared it as a float. Okay, so yes, I'm saving, and once again I'm compiling, and once again I'm running. If I run, it will ask for the 3 subject mark. I am entering 45, 55, 67. So person is passed because it is not under the condition, it is above the conditions, right? Clear? Once again I am running. You are getting the total marks as well as average marks. Once again I am running this same program. I am running control F9 and I am giving it as a 25, 35, 45. Now what is the output? Is a fail. The person is not passed, and the total marks and average marks we are getting, right? Clear? Got it? Yes. Likewise we will do that, and I will press okay, let me minimize this and minimize this, and I move to the program. Okay, now that is about your if else statement. Now we are moving to the nested if else statement. Till now we have learned if statement, if else statement. Our next concept is nested. So did you see the word nest? Yes. If you see that, it will be round, deeper, right? In the same sense, nested if else means any if else is placed within another if else. Any if else is placed within another if else, then it is called as nested if else. Okay. Any if else is placed within another if else, then it is called as nested if else statement. Okay. Then if else within if else, short form is if else within another if else. Okay. Then what is its syntax? If you place the syntax, we have to follow this one. Okay. Whether it is visible? Yes, visible, right? Okay. Now please observe the condition. If condition 1, if this condition is true, it will enter this block. Okay, it is a cascading style. Please observe here, I am showing you cascading means water flow. Cascading means water flow. Okay, how the water flows, it will display. Okay, this is its else block. Please observe here, this is if, this is else, right? Here it starts, here it ends. Here this if is ends, and here this if else is starts here. Okay, now if condition is true, it will enter into the block. It is a block, right? After entering the block, it is also having one more if else block. Okay, so if this condition is true, this true block will be executed. If the condition is false, this else block will be executed. Okay, if the first initially the condition is failed, it will skip this block. Directly control will come to the else block, and it will execute this block, and whatever the statement is exist, it will be executed. Clear? Yes. Now this is the flowchart. If the condition is true, true block will be enter. Once again it checks the another condition of if this condition is true, true block will be executed. If it is a false, false block will be executed. After the true or false, whatever the rest statement is exist, it will be evaluated. Okay, if the first initially the test condition is false, then it will comes to the else block. whatever the block statement is exist, it will be evaluated, and rest whatever the statement is exist, it will be executed. Evaluation and execution is same thing. Now let me see one sample example to identify the biggest number among three. We have seen biggest number between two numbers. Now we are seeing the biggest among three numbers. Okay, so to write this biggest among three numbers, we have to learn the logics. Okay, what logic I have to do? If you are comparing, then how we are comparing? By equal to. If you are testing whether your percentage is greater than your friend or less than, right? So those are the logics. Okay, by using the comparison operators and logical operators, you are constructing the program. Okay, if here the condition is given, please observe, here only you can understand. Okay, this is your statement. For understanding purpose only I am using this, and we are using like this. Okay, else block, and okay, here the if condition ends and else condition starts. Okay, yes, if I am reading three numbers 10, 20, 30. Number 1 has 10, number 2 has 20, number 3 has 30. Can greater than 20? False, right? It will skip this block. Okay, directly it will come to the else block. In the else also I am placed if else statement. Okay, number 2 is 20. 20 greater than 20? 40. False. So it skips this else if statement, and whatever the else statement is exist, it will be evaluated. Number 3 is maximum. Okay. For once again, I am reading value of number 1 as 30, number 2 as 20, number 3 as 10. Got it? Yes. Now let me check. 30 greater than 10. 30 greater than or equal to 10. Condition, sorry, 20, condition true. It will enter. 30 greater than 10, condition true. Then automatically this block will be executed. Okay, and this remaining statement will be skipped. Okay, clear? So then what we have done? In this if else, we have placed another if else. In this else also it is consist of another if else. Then what is our concept? Nested if else. If else is placed within another if else block is called as nested if else. So this is in your lab program. You have to go through this very carefully, and this is very essential topic. And let me run this program for your understanding purpose only. Okay, yes, if any modification is already the above program only, I am modifying for your understanding purpose only. Okay, I'm taking new file and I'm pasting, and I'm coming here and I'm okay. Now hash include std io.h hash include conio.h. I'm doing afterwards main function. You know, I'm declaring three variables. Why? What is the aim of the program? Find the biggest number among three. So that is why you have to declare the three number variables. That is an integer, and your after variable declaration clear screen is compulsory, which should be end with semicolon. Okay, now this double quotation is a mistake. As we know, whenever we copy from the Word file to Notepad, that will be mistake. So I am making correction. Okay, now I am reading three values. To read three values, we have to use %d, %d, %d. Three control strings to read three values: ampersand a, ampersand b, ampersand c. Now this is the same thing. Here I am to use %d is the biggest number, a is the biggest number. Okay, whenever you display this, it will show as a is biggest number or c is the biggest number. It is a previous program I already explained, and it comes to the b. Here also same thing, b greater than c, b is the biggest number, otherwise c is the biggest number. Okay, let me try. Here the if else is finished. Here the program is ending. Before ending the program, what we have to do? We have to use getch. Okay, yes, clear? Now we have to save, right? Whether I want to zoom it, already you are familiar, right? If you require, I will zoom it. Okay, now file, save. Where to save? In C drive, Turbo C3, in this, what is the name of a file? max.c. I will give maximum of 3 numbers, right? Maximum of 3 numbers, biggest number. Okay, and now I'm reducing the size, and I'm already in the minimal form. My editor is there, and I will press maximum screen. Maximum screen is enough. Okay, let me made. Yes, let me check. This is, yes, I will make maximum. Yes, here it comes, right? I'm moving to drag. It is not possible. Let me minimize, and yes, okay, let me maximize. So here it is not possible, right? And I'm minimizing enough. I'm using enter. Now fine. Yes, fine. Now I have to open my file, right? What is the name of the file? max.c. Is it our file? Yes, got it. So already you have understood. I'm compiling. One error is exist, misplaced else. Okay, please observe here. While explaining, we have explained here if is not placed. If, please observe, if, what we have to write? A greater than C. If A is greater than C, then it is fine. Okay, this is our program. I'm compiling and I'm running. Also, it consists of one error. Please observe here, it is a printf. Now, it is very essential. Till now, we know errors. There are two kinds of errors. One is a syntactical error, one is a logical error. So whenever you are running, this kind of error comes, it is a linker error. Okay, so for linker error, if you even press the enter key, it won't work. Then how to do that? You have to press the function key F6. You have to press the function key F6. I am pressing the function key F6. Okay, so yes, now I am getting here. Where is the printf? We have to check. Is there any printf? The printf or not? It is our program. Our program is this one, right? Here it is almost printf. Okay, it is a mistake, right? Please observe here. Okay, I'm saving, I'm compiling, and I'm running. While running, it is showing error. Why? Here it is showing printf. These are the linker error. Then how to rectify? Press the F6. If you press the F6, it doesn't comes to your direct program. It moves to the previous program. If you want to access your previous your program, you just press the F6. Okay, and F5. Here also having printf, right? Please observe. I modified. So you should be very. It will become whenever you practice. Okay. Alt F9 and Control F9. It is asking for the three values. I am entering 10, 20, and 30. I'm entering. That is the biggest number, right? So to understanding the better one, I am giving the F7 function F7. We know how the control will flows. If I press the F7, every program starts from main function. After the variable declaration, it comes for here printf function and scanf to read the values. I'm reading 10. Already you know. I'm entering once again how it executes. Okay. So now I'm pressing the F7. 10 greater than 20. Condition is true, false, false. Immediately it will come to the else block. In the else block, 20 greater than C. Condition is true or false, false. So it will directly come to the else block. Whatever the else block exists, it will evaluate it. Okay. Yes. Clear. I am once again running F7. Okay. We will have to know how the control will flow. For this, I have to enter 30, 20, 10. Okay. Now let me check. It comes here, and I'm with the 30 greater than 20. Condition is true. It will enter here block. Here one more condition is there, right? If 30 greater than 10, condition is true, true. Yes. Then this printf statement will be executed, and the rest statement will be skipped. Okay. Directly it is coming to the get ch. I'm getting the output. Clear? So likewise, you can evaluate. I'm once again running this program for your understanding purpose. I'm using F7. Okay, and running, right? While running, I have to enter 20, 50, 30. Okay, 20 greater than 50, is it true? False. Immediately it will come to the block. 50 greater than 30, whether it is true? Yes. So directly it will print this statement and directly come to the getC. Okay, likewise your program will be evaluated. So this kind of a program you can do by using nested if else statements. Okay, so next our concept is else if ladder. In else if ladder we will learn this is an alternative of nested if else. Okay, it is a multi-path decisions. Okay, among that multi-path decisions, multi-path means it consists of several conditions. Among that several conditions it will be matched. For example, we are having how many days in a week? 7 days, right? If day is 1, it has to print Sunday. If day is 2, it has to print Monday. If day is 3, right? Like that multi-path decision programs, then we have to use if else statement. Hope you have understand this concept. We will continue in further class. Thank you.